Hey everybody, I wanted to do a different type of Amazon influencer video today. Maybe and it's not necessarily about product research, and it's not about strategy, it's about happiness in the Amazon influencer program. So this here is my granddaughter. That's Peanut right there. And love her almost more than any other person on the planet. I don't want to offend anybody that might be watching this and say, hey, what about me? But yesterday, she had to go into surgery. We knew this was coming for many months, and we planned it for after the summer so that she could enjoy her summer and things. It's a hip dysplasia thing, which is, we're thankful it's just that, but it's going to put her in a cast for 4 months. And she's a year and a half old now. Yesterday she had the surgery. She's struggling obviously today, doesn't understand what's happened. And so yesterday I was at the hospital. They wouldn't let me in because you can only have two adults, so the parents were there. So I was in the parking garage yesterday all day long, just in case they needed me for something. That's why my video yesterday was dark and in a parking garage. And the Friday before, so that was Monday, the Friday before, I received something in the mail from a brand that I had asked for a collaboration sample from. And it's this thing here. You guys might have seen this. It's Fantic something or another. And I requested it maybe a month ago, thinking to myself that if it comes in time, wouldn't that be really cool? Because we were trying to really kind of let her enjoy her sort of walking and movement freedom. I thought, wouldn't that be cool if it got here before she had her surgery so she could enjoy it? And the week leading up to that, it hadn't arrived, so honestly, I kind of forgot about it until it arrived. And it arrived on the Thursday. She was going to be at our house the next day. So absolutely I was putting this together so that she, when she got here, I didn't know how much she was going to like it or not, but it was one of her best arrivals at our house that I think we've had in the last year and a half. She didn't quite understand what it was, but she saw it and was just going crazy. Now, she only rode it for like 15 minutes. That's what a year and a half year old kid does. And then she went on to other things, but it was probably one of the most excited I've ever seen her for anything, toy related or whatever. And it was just a collaboration sample that was sent to me. And what I wanted to just kind of remind you guys is that, for me, this sample is probably my favorite sample I've ever received in 2.5 years of doing this program. It's not the most valuable, right? It doesn't do anything for me. I've gotten some really cool stuff, but because of that moment that I had with her before she went into the hospital yesterday, it's just really interesting that with all the commissions and things and all the strategy talk and, brand creator connection talk and all that, you still have to find things to be happy about in the program, things that still make you smile. And I talk about this sometime in relation to, I always say, I target products that are make me money or make me happy. And this was one, I wasn't sure if it was gonna make me any money, but I felt like there was a good chance that it'd make me happy. And the best sample I've ever received because of that moment that I got to have with her and sort of those few minutes where she was just sort of overjoyed and everything. And so I just wanted to remind you guys that pursuing commissions obviously is important. You're trying to solve a problem, right? You need more money, you want more money, and that's your pathway to it. But it doesn't have to always be about the commissions. Mine is still 85% about the commissions, right? But you got to find place in there to continue to be happy with the things that you're doing in the program and the actions that you're doing on any given day. You got to find happiness somewhere in it for it to make sense. Or if you don't, it's not going to matter how much commission you make at the end of the day. You're going to look back and you're still going to feel like you're empty in some sort of way if it's not giving you some sort of joy or happiness. Now, the commissions could be the thing that gives you that, but you got to find it somewhere. And, for me, it was this brand that spams creator connections with a bunch of campaigns. They end up sending one to me, and it was one of the best moments I've ever had in the program. So just keep that in mind. You got to find ways to smile doing this, or it's going to be really hard to stay consistent with it, despite what the money ends up kind of looking like. So I appreciate y'all's support. And Peanut, by the way, is doing fine enough. She's at home, in case you're wondering, and struggling today. It's her first day home. She's got a cast from her belly button down to won't be able to walk. Both her legs are in the cast. So But man, what a moment that was on a random sample that just never would have thought. So you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.